Should I quit doing this? Should I quit doing this in the way that I'm doing it? I want to hear all of your comments right now. Put them below. Of course, we'll do live gold, silver, Bitcoin analysis as well, but I really want to hear how I can make this show the best it can possibly be, because you are the business. You tell me what the business is, and that's how it works. So post your comments below. Do you like the live show in this format? Should I shorten it down? Should I do live once a week? Give me your opinion. Of course, though, we're just going to do everything we normally do. If you're watching this on the replay, use the time codes below to go to your favorite part. But look, if you're watching live, you get to enjoy every single thing we do here at Good Morning Stackers with me, Joe Main, in the first 1 minute of the show, however, and this will never change, ever. We do the synchronized slurp. That's where you grab a tasty beverage, I grab my tasty beverage, we slurp them synchronously together with the entire GMS family. Hit the big red subscribe button to join the GMS family. Follow me on X. And here we go. 3, 2, 1, slurp your bevies. Go. Great to see you going out live on X and on YouTube. This is currently a week daily live stream where we talk about all things stacking silver and gold, stacking Satoshis and crypto and Bitcoin, stacking skills, stacking friends, stacking a community with me, Joe Main. I've worked in the precious metals bullion industry. Bullion dealers, 3 major ones, over 11 years. I've been stacking precious metals since 2010, stacking crypto since 2013. Now I do this week daily live show. Maybe it's going to change up a little bit. Should I quit? This is what I do. And also, of course, you know what I do is I help you launch and grow on social media for your business specifically, or your personal brand. I will also do that too. Do you know personal branding is absolutely huge? It is the new wave of how to do actual business. How to do business is by personal branding, and that's what I've been doing for a long time. I've actually been inadvertently doing this for many, many years. I had a YouTube channel back, an old one. You know, I took it from 0 to 10,000 subscribers in about a year's time, talking about, you know, this kind of sort of thing, a lot of crypto as well, under a personal brand. And I've done it, helped businesses do it, particularly to help build their communities. You know what I did for Bullion Now. I helped revitalize Ainslie's channel and all that stuff. I can help you do it for your business or for your personal brand. Or if you just have a one-man business, are you a coach? Are you this? What are you? Do you need to build your personal branding? Help me help you. Help me help you. Do that. Send me an email at gmstackers@gmail.com. I will help you and teach you how to create consistently engaging content on YouTube and other social media. And it's what I've been doing for a long time. Hence, and we will get into live gold, silver analysis and all that, but I will start with this. Hence, notice the title of the video. Okay, very specifically, should I quit doing this? Okay, quit with a capital letters and all that. So I'm pretty good at this. It's a little bit clickbaity, and you don't want to be too clickbaity, but you just need a little bit to get people interested and getting all the comments flowing. So short answer is no. I am not considering quitting doing the show at all. I'm just considering doing it in this particular format. Maybe not the week daily live show. I don't know. If I get enough people saying, no, you shouldn't quit doing this exact format, week daily live show, we love spending the hour with you at 9:30 a.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time, all that stuff, hey, then I'll keep doing it. But you always have to iterate. You always have to change to the message of the market and the message of what your customers are telling you. Because, again, you don't create the business. You don't tell people what your business is. The customers tell you what your business is. So I'm going to read maybe a few comments right now. And of course, we'll do the shout outs, etc. Let's talk to the GMS family. Then we will be doing live gold, silver, Bitcoin analysis. Gold is looking very good here. Okay. Of course, the show is brought to you by Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, Wealthstack, wealthstack.com. I'll do a couple of shout outs and then we'll see where we go. Only my opinion, only losers quit. Totally agree. Not quitting, just thinking about mixing up the format. Neil says, I've had my channel for 3 years and still not monetized with almost 5K subs. That's interesting. So you've had your channel for 3 years and still not monetized with almost 5,000. That doesn't make sense to me. Is that because you have chosen not to monetize, or you don't have enough watch? So it has to be watch hours. I'm already monetized, so we have 1,164 subscribers as of the check this morning, and I have met all the eligibility eligibility requirements for monetization. So I have over 1,000 subscribers, but I also have over a certain amount of watch hours. That's probably where you're not getting over just yet, Neil. Neil, if you want some help, you know who to talk to. That would be me. Mark Florida says, GMS, in answer to your question, no! If you evaluate that changes are necessary, then take that course. Yes, we'll be thinking of suggestions to offer, but do not quit. See what I do there? Should I quit doing this? Clickbaity title. GMS Knackers O'Reilly. GMS Mark Neil, good to see you. Hope it's been a while since I've seen you, Living Adam, man. GMS update from PDX from Portland. Okay. There was a protest march with about 200 people on Tuesday. 5 were arrested for spray painting, graffiti, and other malicious mischief. Glad to see laws being enforced. Can't people just protest without graffiti? Like, what's just march down your thing and everyone can see what you're talking about. You raise your flags and raise your banners and all that. Why do you need to go spray painting shit and then, breaking down windows and stealing crap? Not that that happened this time, but like, why spray paint stuff? What's the point? Yeah. Interesting. Thanks for letting me know. So Chris lives in Portland, Oregon, notoriously known for quite a left-leaning town, left-leaning city. And, of course, Trump is now inaugurated. He is the man. He's back. Oh, my God. We've got to talk about that too. We're going to talk about a bunch of things, a whole bunch of new executive orders this morning from Trump, including a crypto and Bitcoin one. We'll talk about that. And also releasing the JFK and RFK and MLK files as well. Dude, thanks, man. You're the best. Don't quit. Maybe consider 2 to 3 shows a week when you have the algos up. That's very interesting. I do agree with that. $10 from Living Animan. That's very nice of you. Thank you, sir. I much appreciate that. Of course, as you know, super chats are open by wonderful people. So that's, I guess, we'll come back to this kind of chat. Oh, you worked it out. You worked out that you had disabled super chats for security. Yeah, fair enough. Cool. Thank you for that, Living Animan. Joe, I saw you on Monday. You saw me on Monday? Where did you see me on Monday? You saw me in person on Monday? So I don't know what you mean by you saw me on Monday. If that's the case and you saw me on Monday, don't say publicly where you saw me, if that's okay. But you can did you saw me? You couldn't have seen me publicly because you live in a different area, don't you, LAM? I don't think you live in the same area that I do. But tell me how you saw me on Monday. I'd love to know, and I will read those comments. Maybe you saw me in a video or something like that. Of course, I've been an entertainer for 25 years. I'm probably all over YouTube in various people. Because, people live stream and they just take Instagram, everything. Just they live stream my gigs and go to the YouTube band and this and that. I sometimes fill in with 80s tribute bands. So you probably have seen me somewhere. Let me know where that was. Let's do, you just said you hadn't. Oh, you just said you hadn't seen me for... Sorry. That's what you meant. Oh, man. Okay, you saw me on Monday. Sorry, you're here on Monday. Sorry, mate. Okay. Reverse. Ignore everything I just said. Okay, let's take a look at... We're going to do gold, and then we'll do a bunch of other stuff. And then keep talking about... Give me your suggestions. This is what I really want to know. How I can make this show better. That is what I need to know. G'day, Lance. I'll come back to that. So we're going to look at gold because it is looking very, very good at the moment. Let's pop this on. And then we will go back. We will talk more about should I quit doing the week daily live show or should I just change up the format in some kind? I'm feeling like it's a little bit... I feel like I need a bit of a shake-up. But anyway... Let's get into live gold, silver analysis, etc. Let's take a look at gold on the daily time frame. It's looking very good for a move to a new all-time high. Okay, good so far. Fantastically good. So gold on the daily time frame, price in USD, 2,754 US dollars. Here's the previous all-time high. Okay, 2,790. We're less than $40 away. Okay. And as I had been saying, as you know, my final hurdle for new all-time highs was 2,735. Why? Because it's a key Fibonacci from this high and this low. Right there, bang on it. I always prefer the 0.786 as the final liftoff point for any asset. Okay, you can get faked out. We're above the 0.618. Nope, fake out. Above the 0.618. No, fake out. Above the 0.786, that's usually a signal for me that says, oh yeah, this isn't a fake out. We are now making almost guaranteed, I'll give it like a 90% chance, new all-time highs in gold coming imminently, okay? In days, maybe a week or two, but not now months and months and months. What could negate that? Of course, it's just falling, it's us, the ass falling out of it, but it's just much less likely while we are above 2,735. What we need to see it do is close the week above it, okay? Daily spikes really don't mean much, okay? It's really about the weeklies and the monthlies. The positive news is, gee, what do you know? Where have we found so far some support on the daily time frame? After we broke through 2,735, okay, close the day above it. Fantastic. That's good. It's great to see, all right? Again, we need to see this close on the weekly. Closed yesterday above, okay, a higher high above 2,735, and just overnight, oh no, it's heading to, gee, it found support. Exactly. Spiked down to 2,735 because it's a key Fibonacci from that high and that low. This stuff does work. Not all the time, but I'm going to give myself a bit of props here. While we are above it, it is a new all-time high coming. Absolutely. And we can talk about high highs weekly though. And welcome to everyone watching on YouTube and on X right now. This is looking great. Okay, we just need to hold out. We've got about another 24 hours roughly until we close the week. Okay, so as long as we close above here, close convincingly above 2,735. I don't want to see it close at, no thank you, above. So let's call it 2,740, 2,745. I'd love it to match, or so not go lower than here would be good. So let's not go lower than that spike right there. Can you see that? That's at, yeah, 2,750. Okay, right there. Anywhere between 2,735 and 2,750, that's good. It's fine. If you want to be ultra confident, then above 2,750, close that weekly. Man, the following week is probably going to make the new all-time high, at least the week after that. Cool. Let's talk about higher prices for gold. On the short term, you've got a couple of places. So if we're just doing not the macro Fibonacci, just the micro one again from this high and this low, you've got the 1.618 extension here at 2,950. I think comfortably, though, you could probably ignore that as a next sort of major area of resistance. I think you could comfortably say it's going to be the 0.236, maybe at around about that 3,200. Now, I say to ignore that, but maybe don't. Look, it's close enough to the 3,000. There's your 3,000 right here, psychological value. Maybe that's, going to be an area. But what this sets it up for, and I'll show you very clearly what's happening now. There's your 3,000. And let me get rid of this. And this is, we'll go to the macro and I'll show you what it's setting it up for. So do I need to get rid of a couple of things here? Again, I want to hear your comments right now. The title of the video is, should I quit doing this? A little bit clickbaity, of course. That's what you do for, instill a little bit of fear. Fear is a good persuader. Considering changing up the format, not doing week daily 1 hour shows, maybe just, maybe once a week. I don't quite know yet. But post a comment below. Tell me what you think I can do to improve the show. Let's get rid of that. We'll get rid of all this. Just give me a moment. And I'm going to get rid of all of it. I'll get rid of that too. And that one I'll keep, and excuse me 1 second, the horizontal line, I don't want you, and I don't want you. Cool. That's probably close enough for jazz. Okay, cool. Let's pop it out to maybe the monthly or the quarterly. Let's do the quarterly. Cool. So each month, each candle here is 3 months. Okay. What do you notice? We are now very clearly breaking above and holding above the mother of all trend lines. Goes all the way back to 1980. 1980, the high, and that's formed this trend line here. And when we got around to about here, when we hit this trend line, I said, watch out from here. It's looking a little peaky. Okay, doesn't mean we have peaked. We certainly haven't peaked in the total macro thing for gold. We're going to, your $8,000, your $10,000 gold probably, in the years to come. Easy, right? But what we needed to see was a break and hold of the mother of all trend lines, okay? But I said around about here, watch out for here. You're going to find some kind of resistance. And then we did, at least in the last 3-month candle, right? And from October to December, it was a bit choppy, right? We did have that break above. We made that all-time, well, that was the recent all-time high. But then we did break back below. And I said, yeah, while we're below the mother of all trend lines, you've just got to watch out for an even potential further move down. I've already switched from 80% sure that we see lower prices coming to maybe 20-30%, and it's really unlikely at this stage because look on the quarterly time frame. Look at that. Now, the quarterly time frame, this is quarterly candle, it hasn't finished yet because that finishes at the end of March. So look, you could easily have, even though it's looking solid green right now, don't get trapped, okay? You could certainly see a quick wick and then back down. That could happen. On balance of probability, it's unlikely. At this stage, I give it a, I don't know, 50-50 that we, or probably less likely that we head back down below the mother of all trend lines right there. It's looking very positive. But what I think you will see is what happens when you break out of any sort of major trend line. You tend to break out, then you tend to come and revisit it on larger time frames. So let me show you on the monthly time frame. That's why a move, I would suggest this, I would not call this here breaking above and then that. That's not a breakout and a retest. That's a breakout and a move below. That's not the breakout and retest. So what you're probably more so looking at if we continue up from here in gold is something like this. And I don't know where to pick the area. Could it be at 3,000 and then we have the retest and then what you want to see is a bounce off there, and that is so ultimately bullish for gold. I can't tell you, right? You break out and hold the mother of all trend lines. It's go, 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 go time. Okay, it's already been go time, but that's just the ultimate bullish scenario for gold. Okay, or maybe up to your 3,200 roughly. That's your 2.618 Fibonacci. I could see that too if I pull that back. Let's have a look. What's more likely? That's more likely, I would say. So that if you look at that on the macro, that's a tiny blip. Okay, see it. All right. I would say more likely we would top out at the 3,200 range of the 2.618, more so at the $3,000 psychological value. That might be an area where it has a little bit of resistance, but then we creep above and they go, oh no, the $3,000 psychological value is, that's done. Let's keep going, people. And then it hits about 3,200 and then has a retrace. But a breakout and a retrace is the most common thing to do. Doesn't mean it's going to, but it is the most common. Cool. So that's what I'd be expecting at the moment. While we are above 2,735, I just really need to see it close the week, and then I'll be pretty ultra confident. Cool. That is gold. Yeah, I won't do any of the rest of that. Yeah, that's all I have to say. So looking really, really positive. I won't put all those indicators back in because we are going to flip to silver. Short answer is gold is looking great here at the moment. Let's take a look at silver. Slightly different story. Silver on the daily time frame priced in USD, $30.40 US. Yeah, still in the no man's land sort of trading range. While we are below the downtrend line, 80% sure that lower prices were coming, at least down to $28 US, maybe into the belly of the best buy zone, 28 to 26, while we were below this downtrend line. While we are above the downtrend line, but below $31 US, it's no man's land. I've got to call it like a 50-50 maybe, something like that. If when we start creeping above $31 US, then I will change my tune. Probably looking very positive. If we hold it there, then I will say, okay, looks like possibly no lower prices coming. Cool. But out of interest, what did I say yesterday? The title of the video was Silver, the ultimate tease. And we were around about here. It's teasing us with this $31 US. So far, a failure to break, and oftentimes from a failed move. It's a faster move in the opposite direction. When I say fast move, it's like less than 50 cents, okay? So far so good. We have remained above, and maybe we will close the day, and that's what you want to see. You want to close, have we opened today? No, that happens in about 9 minutes, okay? So in 9 minutes time, if we close the day above this downtrend line, okay, that's cool, maybe a little retrace. If you start closing down below here in the next 9 minutes, Not great. That would set it up for a lower move. And then I tell you now, if we head back down to 29.80, oh, you really don't want that to break. And then maybe it goes back to 80% sure that lower prices are coming. Cool. So no man's land for silver. Not a lot to say. Close above there if you want. Close above here if you wanted to see it go higher. If you want to see it go lower because you really want to load up more silver, then you want to see it close below this downtrend line. That's pretty much it. But we're just in this trading range between here and here. Pretty much in no man's land while we are between those two. Cool. That is silver. Won't talk about higher prices, anything like that. It is going higher eventually because silver will follow. Gold is looking like it is outperforming silver a lot at the moment. Gold to silver ratio, it's really in gold's favor at the moment, and it's looking like it's wanting to creep up to at least here, and I would call that 93.4, 93.5 on the gold to silver ratio. As this number goes up, gold is outperforming silver. As this number goes down, silver is outperforming gold. Gold's the clear winner at the moment, might continue to be, and on the monthly time frame, look at that, a big monthly spike so far. Had this little play, did find support here. Okay, so we failed to break down through this trend line, failed to break down through this up trend line. So the trend is remaining that gold is the clear winner against silver at the moment. It'll change one day. But yeah, creeping up to this final hurdle. If it breaks, so that's that resistance line there. If it breaks and starts closing weeks and particularly closing months above 93.4, 93.5, then I would give pause to say, oh, it's going to continue on to probably up to at least past 100 again. Okay, so really gold is taking center stage. It's continuing to do so. And if you look on the monthly RSI, it's also in an uptick as well. It hasn't been extremely overvalued since back here in March of 2020 when we had the all-time high for the gold to silver ratio at 125 to 1. Okay, so it looks like it might be making a move at least back up to there. I would really watch out for that 112 move, specifically 112, because you can see right here, it was a cluster of closing, okay? Right there. That's where I would expect if we do make it up through here, watch out for there. Maybe not the all-time high, watch out for there, about a 112. That might be a good area, potentially, to be swapping some of your gold for silver. And then I'll tell you why right about there, because that would put it in the outlying range. The normal range at the moment is somewhere between 70 to 90. The old range for the gold to silver ratio used to be, have a look back here, people. The old range used to be between 50 to 70. 50 to 70 outlier positions, but 50 to 70. And then in about 2014, we started breaking up through that 70 level, and now it's been, and then we topped out around about your 90. Now it's 70 to 90, 70 to 90, outlying position, 90, 70-ish, right? Sorry, there's your 90, 95, sorry, around about there. Your outlying position, your outlying ranges right now is somewhere between that 90 to anywhere 90 plus is sort of your outlying range. So it's an outlier, which means it will probably come back to test the top end of the new normal range. Watch out for 112. Okay, then I'm expecting at 112 a spring back. So hey, would you want to consider moving some of your gold into silver around about here? Maybe not all of it in case it goes hog wild. Okay, I'd consider it around about there. Not financial advice. That's gold to silver ratio. Australian dollar to US dollar continuing to weaken. So the US dollar is strengthening at the moment, it looks like. Interesting. Don't worry about that. XPT, platinum. And then I'll get to your comments. Again, tell me below how I can improve this show. Should I quit doing the daily live show? Or should I move to a slightly different format? How can I make this better? Should I just make it a shorter show and not run it? Should I just change the time and not make it 9:30 a.m., right? Should I make it earlier? It's just harder. Here's platinum. Yeah, following the pattern, it's in no man's land at the moment. Failed to hold the mother of all trend lines, which goes back to 2008. That thicker yellow line, I won't bore you with showing you that. Just trust me, bro. It's a thing. $930 still remaining as support. Top end of this uptrend line remaining as resistance, and yeah, not a lot to say. Once we get back down, we will have a retest probably of 930. This is the crucial area. What we do from there signals what we do for a decent period. Okay, so if we hold 930 and we bounce, then look for something like that. Ignore the time frame, just look at the potential price action. That's what you would see. It could happen sooner, but look at that. And then if we start breaking below and then holding, having as resistance 930, then look for something like that. The belly of the best buy zone of platinum from 900 anywhere down to 750, with looking at around about 870 to 840 as your major support level. I'm not saying, I really can't say either way is going to happen. I tend to favor lower, but I could be completely wrong on that. So I'm going to just stay like 50-50. I don't know, okay, at this stage. But that's the main patterns that will probably play out, that or that. Cool, cool. So basically I'm telling you, it could go higher or it could go lower, okay? But you're looking for confirmations. This 930 area, what we do around about 930 is key. Okay, you can see it's very key support recently. Yeah, that is platinum. Cool. Let's go back to some comments. We'll talk about Bitcoin as well and read some more comments, people. It's great to see you. And any more ideas about how I can make this show better? Again, you are my customers. Literally, you're my customers, and you tell me what I do with this business. So if you're like, because here's the reason why I'm saying this. I have been noticing. It's not out of nowhere. I've been noticing that my views have gone right down just recently. I have been trying to play around, and this could be my problem. Maybe I've been trying to play around, and I'm trying to play whack-a-mole, right? Maybe I'm playing whack-a-mole because I started seeing the views go down. So I was like, maybe I need to change up my thumbnails. Anyone notice my thumbnails have been changing up quite recently? I've been trying different things. And then the views have just kept going down. I'm like, what's going on here? So I used to get sort of my average views at the moment, a little bit lower what they are. I always start getting concerned when, and this is when you should be too, if you run a YouTube channel particularly, if the number of views of your videos are at or less than 10% of the number of subscribers you have, then you really got to start thinking about, am I doing things, can I do things differently or better? Okay, so for example, if you have 500 subscribers and you're only getting 50 or 40 or 50 views, yeah, no. Okay, if you have 1,000 subscribers and you're only getting around about 100 views per video, yeah, no, you know you're doing well, or at least you're going in the right direction when you have, say, 500 subscribers, but then you have 500 views, 600 views, 700 views. It's always great when you have more views than the number of subscribers that you have. Okay, it's a great metric to use. Roughly that sort of 10% move. 20% is good. 20% is like pretty average. You want to see about 20. 10%, you're like, oh, okay. There are certainly channels that I have been a part of, which, recently I've seen some of them, like, some of them have like 5,000 subscribers and they're getting less than 500 views per video. I'm like, okay, interesting. All right. Didn't happen when I was there. No, just kidding. So I'm looking at that. I'm getting around about 200 views, 150, 130 for some. I've got like over 1,000 subscribers. I'm like, what's going on here? So that's why I like to do a check-in to see what I can do differently or better, or should I have just stuck with and not changed things, right, while I'm just building it. I really want to hear your opinion though, okay? And I'm also noticing not as many people joining the chat just recently as well. So maybe you guys aren't fun. Maybe it's not as fun as it used to be, or it's just getting a little bit like, okay, maybe you're getting Joe fatigue, right? Because I'm doing it week daily for like an hour a day. So maybe I'm thinking of like giving you just a little less of me and maybe like one live show a week. I don't know. That's why I'm asking you guys. It's all about you. NNE is skyrocketing. Ooh. What is NNE? Have we talked about NNE? It's a stock, not a crypto. Maybe I'll look at that today. It's up like 30% today. Okay, maybe I'll need to have a quick look at that. Let's see. Yeah, maybe consider 10 minutes max taking on each precious metals and crypto. You can have an open chat live on general topic with the remainder time. This may keep your audience more engaged. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Knackers. The original thought of this show was as that. It was literally Good Morning Stackers, a week daily live morning show, capped at like 20 minutes, something like that, where I'll just quickly go through the things and then, do the synchronized slurp, do the things, and then have a bit of a chat and go. And it seems to have morphed, though, because a lot of people like to have a good chat. A lot of questions come in, and as the subscriber base grows, more people chat. And maybe this is my problem. I like to respond to everyone, okay? Because you've joined the chat for a reason, and people like to see the host show their comment and do shout outs and all that kind of stuff. So it's a toughie. It's a toughie. Maybe I do a week, maybe I do a once a week show. Maybe I do a weekend live show so that more people can join. Because also 9:30 a.m., most people are at work at that point, or they should be working. You should be working, people. Let's see. If you have more American viewers, I would look at that time. Interesting. So let me see. What did he say about that? I would look at that time. Morning, Lance. Oh, g'day, Lance. Lance is here too. G'day, Lance. Where's Lance? I saw Lance right there. See, this is my problem, and that's what makes you stand out from the rest. Lance says, I'll go back. I've got a few more comments. Morning, legends. Mark Florida says, I am watching the precious metals in lights of Trump's 100-day honeymoon period. And Joe, did I hear a prediction of $3,000 by the end of February? We'll give you forever grief on 3,000 Australian dollars. Not 3,000 Australian dollars, my friend. I see what you did right there. We're already way above 3,000 Australian dollars. So Lance says on me, should I quit, the daily live show or change things up? Def's not, Joe. You're good at what you do. As we head into the next cycle, you're one of the first talking about metals and stuff live in Australia. Yes, I am. The others don't cover off the technicals like you do. Yeah. Had a very good chat with someone who shall remain nameless. Had a very good chat with someone who this morning saw the title of my live show and immediately called me. A dear good friend of mine who said, "No, what are you doing? No, don't do that." I'm like, "Relax, man, relax. It's okay. It's just the clickbaity title. I'm not quitting. I'm just looking at changing the format." And he says things are really heating up in the space, in the not the crypto space, in the precious metal space. And he was just saying, "No, you shouldn't quit." And I'm like, "I'm not quitting, but I'm just looking to change up the thing." But he's like, "Even if you were thinking about doing it, don't, because you're in a good position," which I actually do agree. Building this channel right now in a good position for the eventual capital rotation from the stock market into the precious metals market. Every man and his dog is going to be wanting to get into gold, particularly in Australia as well, or Australia and everywhere else in the world. So I am plugging along. I just want to do it so it's the most optimal for you guys. Cool? Hey, Chris, was an insurrection? What are we talking about, an insurrection? Oh, it was an insurrection for the Portland people. That's funny. That's right. Answer from Space Miner about should I mix things up? You have room to slow off the daily, but there would be days I miss you. Ah, feel free to break some boxes and molds. Yes, you got to break the mold. Break the mold, change it up, potentially. Don't you even think about quitting. It's like a high school football movie where the coach is to the quarterback, "Don't you think about quitting. You're the best of the day." Thanks, man. Let's see. NNE. Okay, NNE. I might have to look at NNE. Let's see. Neil says more engagement with chat is what I personally like. So you like the engagement with the chat? Yeah, I mean, I think people do. GMSC, I'd love to see you host the occasional Q&A session, conversation time, off-key conversations. Okay, I kind of thought that's what I did in the show, just lots of Q&A and conversation time. I could be wrong. Okay, that's interesting. Andrew says, I like the show as it is. Greetings from Hungary. Fantastic. I like how I got someone in, a long-time subscriber, I assume, but a first-time live chatter. Great to see you, Andres, on the show. Thank you very much for participating. You like the show as it is. Okay, that's good to know. Thank you. That is an extra data point, which I appreciate. Mon says, I enjoy the daily live. There we go. But you do have wiggle room. Now, 2 people have said this. You do have wiggle room to reduce the number of days if you want to. Starts a bit early for me because you must be somewhere else, but I catch the last half live and go back to what I missed. Okay, good to know, Mon. Thank you very much. I have to think about the algorithm as well. From the algorithm's perspective, I could go down to 3 times a week. That's usually good enough to keep the YouTube algorithm going. Oh, they're trying. Okay, roughly 3 to 5 times a week is where you want to be. That's a top tip for businesses or personal brands. If you're starting a YouTube channel, you've got to do at least a minimum of 3 videos a week. Okay, minimum. Okay, otherwise the YouTube algo goes, they're just like a part-timer hobbyist. They don't really care. If they see you doing a minimum of 3 times a week on the regular days, they go, oh, this person's really trying. Okay, and they'll help push you. Cool. Let's see. Try to get some guests on. Yes, I am. I'm trying. I've reached back out to Yankee, and because we were talking about Yankee stacking, me being on his Ask Yankee show. I also want Yankee to get on the show, and yes, I want to do guests as well. GMS, you could likely go live, quick bullet point on investments and chat. We'd plain hang out with you. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. It's 2:30 p.m. People still at work wherever you are in the United States. Yes, that's right. And hitting the like button does help the algos going. So please hit the like button right now. Good number of people watching, which is fantastic. Let's get into some quick Bitcoin analysis after I tell you about Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au. Buy from them. They're the best bullion dealer in all of Australia. And now I can tell you, I can't tell you what I can't tell you what I can tell you. But I can tell you they are the best bullion dealer in Australia as of right now, in all of Australia. Okay, they're doing everything right, including being the only bullion dealer in Australia that offers you free shipping when you buy over any kind of amount. Buy over 20 or more items, mix and match, not 20 of one thing, just have 3 of this, 1 of that, 2 of that, 20 or more items in your order total, gold, silver, whatever, instant free shipping Australia-wide, express most of the time, sign on delivery, all that other stuff that you know and love from other bullion dealers, except you don't have to pay for it. Okay? It's mental. It's great. Okay? perthbullion.com.au. Great range, great service, very quick shipping. That's all I say about that. Okay? And Wealthstack, wealthstack.com, unallocated gold program, Australian owned, Australian operated, Australian regulated. Great for you if you like diversify your precious metals holdings. It is physical precious metals. You just don't get to hold it in your precious little hand, okay? Your precious metals get stored for you, on behalf of you. You do own it. It's under your name. But with Wealthstack's huge partner, one of like the top 5 gold and silver distributors and wholesalers in the world, okay, and storage facilities, all right, they're LBMA registered. It's all on the up and all fantastic. And you're only paying spot plus 1% to save and invest in gold. And here's the difference to many other unallocated gold programs. You can do it on your phone. There's a phone app. It's mainly a phone app. Download it for Android or iPhone. Okay, go to wealthstack.com, play around with the website, look at all the pages, the About section, all that. Go to the iPhone or Google Play Store, type in Wealthstack, one word. Look for that logo. You'll find it. It's in a purple thing. Or read the frequently asked questions, right? And just find out more about it. And if it's not for you as a stacker, that's cool. Tell your normie friends and family about it who you've been trying to wake up to get into precious metals. Why? Spot plus 1%. No matter whether you're buying $1 million of gold or $1 of gold or $10 of gold minimum. Okay, it's great. Easy way to save and invest, and it's the perfect gateway drug because they don't want to hold the physical. They don't want to take that risk. Okay, you're willing to take that risk of getting broken into or all that kind of stuff, right? They don't want to take that risk, so get them to buy physical gold through Wealthstack. Wealthstack.com. Let's take a look at crypto, Bitcoin. This has been an interesting ride in the last 24 hours. That is the index. I want the Bitstamp exchange. Let's take a look. Here is live Bitcoin analysis. Price in US dollars, 104,200. Interesting. We have got less than 1 hour in which to close the day and to open the new day. This is very interesting. We are hovering around that final hurdle of 1,400, 1,004. God damn it! I still think I can't think in 6 figures with Bitcoin yet. It hasn't been that long. It's been 6 figures. $104,200 is a key Fibonacci level. So let me show you. I won't go back. Just like I showed you with gold, Gold's final hurdle was 2,735, and we saw how it just hit that as support. Very good news for gold. Okay, we're hovering around here again. Okay, so from this high and this low, the 0.786 Fibonacci level, 104,200. On the 4-hour time frame, we've been just really up and down. It's just very indecisive, very volatile at the moment. We had a move back up to, so we found that support at above 100,000. Had a move back up to 106,000 just in the last, just overnight pretty much. Yeah, it was overnight. So huge volatility at the moment from 100,000 to 106,000, back down below this key area here, and then just here. So what happened a couple of hours ago, maybe even just an hour ago or so, Trump announced an executive order announcing a working group to evaluate. Now, be very clear with this. It's to evaluate a strategic national digital assets stockpile. Okay? It is not to start these it's not to start the reserve. Okay? Let's just boil it down. We'll call it the strategic reserve, right? So it's not an executive order to create a strategic reserve. It's an executive order to, research and see whether they should do it, okay, to evaluate it. Now, it probably will happen, okay, I imagine, but it's not the, oh my God, holy crap moment that crypto is looking for, okay? But we have seen some positive news on that, some positive price action, so from 102 back above the 104,200 final hurdle. If we can close the day above it, that's positive, okay? What I really need to see, just like with gold though, I need to see it close the week above it. Close the week above here, around about your 105,000, preferably above this little level here. Then that's very positive, right? Really good news. We'd be looking for a pretty good setup for further all-time highs in Bitcoin. If you close at or below 104,200, for me, yeah, not definite that we see new all-time highs soon. Okay, that's still, not sure. You could have some further move down, but you close out around about here, that's looking pretty good. Cool. I'd give that like an 80-90% chance if we close the week above there. 80-90% chance that higher prices are coming imminently. Cool. But we're just hovering around there. So that's really all you need to know. For Bitcoin, others and alts. Okay. Others heading down still. Okay. Although on the weekly time frame, you're green for the week, but for the days you have been heading down, okay? We have still found, here's a positive, we have still found support at the Fibonacci line right there and at this downtrend line at 330 billion. That's the key area that you would want to hold above if you want to see altcoins continue their move up. If you're hoping to have a big dip in altcoins because you're looking to load up, maybe you've got some spare dry, nasty fiat powder, which I do. I am all basically in US dollars at the moment, okay, in fiat currency, because I'm waiting for either that to happen or that to happen. And while we're in this range, I'm not playing that, okay? I'm not going to get suckered and it goes up to here and then down we go, or then it goes down to here and then we go, oh, sucked in, it's back, and then it does something like that. I'm not going to get suckered here where it does that. So I'm not going to buy here. I'm going to be waiting for a break of here, or I'm going to be waiting for a break and retest of here, okay? Preferably, I would like to wait for a break and that, and then I'd be all in. Maybe I'll start scaling in here. Maybe I'll start scaling in here and then scale all the way down, but I am not trading at the moment, okay? I'm trying not to, at least. Cool. So that is altcoins. That's all you need to know. It's in a trading range. If you're looking to load up, you do you, but I'd be waiting for confirmation of either way. Cool. XRP. No, look, I'm not going to do XRP because it's part of the altcoin thing, so I'm not going to worry about it. So that is all that stuff. Yeah, that's Bitcoin and altcoin. So just in no man's land at the moment. Not quite sure. Give me 1 second. I just want to check something. What did we do? Did we break up or did we? I don't want to show you this. Did we break up or did we break down? Are we breaking up or breaking down? Ooh, yeah, okay. That's something that I won't tell you about right now, which I will tell you about if it plays out. Cool. So do we have any other comments, or am I doing a quick chart request? Yes, please like, share, and subscribe. You will poop when you see the NNE chart over the last 2 days. Oh, well, just clickbait me with it. Why don't you, Neil? Okay, fine. All right. Neil, can you tell me what it does, please? I would like to know. Tell me what it does. Lance just enjoying the daily dose of Joe. Ooh, ooh, ooh. On the what should I do? Should I quit the daily live show and reformat? Even though you're live every weekday, you've not gone culty with one topic. Oh, like Ron. Yeah, like the Ron Basement with his UFD. So you reckon he's gone a little bit culty? He's talking about UFD every day. Is he now not focusing as much on gold and silver? Is that correct? Is that my understanding of what you're saying? And you cover a good range of what everyone is interested in. Yeah, okay, that's interesting because I haven't been watching Ron recently. He has been talking a lot about UFD, which is fine, but yeah, you don't want to let years and years and years of being the gold and silver guy take over from crypto. I was actually quite reluctant. As you know, I started the show only talking about precious metals. I've been in crypto since 2013, but I just didn't want to bring in the two worlds. But then crypto started. So I was like, do I marry the two worlds? And here's another thing. Maybe it could be timed quite well. It could be the timing could be right about, well, when I started talking more about crypto, maybe this is where my views have started going down. Okay, so maybe I need to pick a lane. Am I still going? Yeah. Maybe I need to pick a lane and only do precious metals. Okay, and not talk about crypto. Although I've had a whole bunch of new followers to do with crypto. And honestly, there's got to be someone in the world that tries to marry the two together. And I am trying to do that because crypto people and precious metals people have a lot more in common than you think, or that many people think. Okay, so yeah. Trying to bring the two worlds together. So I appreciate that. That's interesting, Mon. Thanks for that insight. Harry from Harry's Coin Shop just outside of Portland is going to be on Yankee Staking in a couple of hours. Oh, good to know. So in a couple of hours, I might jump on the live show, on Yankee's live show, to say hello. Let's see. Hitting the like button helps. Yes, it does. What were we doing? Okay, NNE. Let's take a look, people. Let's see. NNE. Can you share for me, Neil, what NNE is? I will take a live look not knowing what it is, but you've told me it's shot up 30%. If it's a mining stock, I'm going to be really annoyed because I was looking at getting into mining stocks. Let me see. Do you want to share the screen? Am I sharing the screen? Oh, yes, I am. Cool. Let's go back to there, and I'm going to look at NNE. Is this going to shock me? Am I going to be annoyed? Oh, you son of a bee! Nuclear, one of my favorite topics. Really? Did I not buy NNE and NNE's shot up 30%? You son of a bitch. Okay, cool. I wonder, is that based on any particular news? Give me 1 second. I'm going to go back here. No, actually, I will not. Give me 1 second. I know this is live, people, so just give me 1 second. I'm going to go NNE. Oh, I'll go to Grok. No, NNE nuclear news. Let me just check that. You're watching me, but I'm checking here. Oh, okay. Nano Nuclear acquires major patent portfolio for transportable nuclear. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. Dang, NNE. I know someone who is in NNE, someone I don't know personally, but someone I know who's been speaking about it. That's Scott Adams. I think he's in NNE specifically. So he'd be very happy today. Let's see. Stock 10. Okay, give me a second. I'm going to do that. I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to move it over here, and then I'm going to do that. Cool. Now we are going to talk about it. That's a really bad website, but sure. Okay, Stock Titan, whatever. Terrible, but it's at least a bit of news. So let me move that over here, and we are going to talk about NNE. Son of a bitch, Nano Nuclear Energy. Cool, here we go. Let's talk about nano nuclear energy. It is shot up around about 30% in the last less than 24 hours. Why? A bit of news. Let's take a look at the price. And I'm going to technically take my first look at the technicals of nano nuclear. What would be some good potential profit-taking targets along the way? Let's talk about the news though. Okay, so first off, nuclear technology. I'm very bullish on it. I am not in NNE, and I have known about NNE, and I am, as usual, as many people do, I'm kicking myself right now. Why did I not get into NNE earlier? Okay, don't know. But anyway, kicking myself, but let's take a look at the news. Now, why is NNE jumping? Okay, Nano Nuclear Energy highlights recent acquisition of key worldwide patent portfolio surrounding the design of a modular, transportable nuclear generator. Holy moly. NNE has acquired a significant patent portfolio from ultra-safe nuclear, strengthening its intellectual property position in modular nuclear technology. The acquisition includes patent number blah 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 for modular transportable nuclear generator and related patents across multiple blah 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 blah. The patent enhances protection for NNE's proprietary microreactors. These systems are designed to be transportable and provide power ratings from 10 to 45 megawatt thermal. I don't know what that means in terms of, can that power a small town, a city? I don't know. Featuring passive, now this is the great thing about SMRs, small modular reactors, passive cooling, core cooling, and simplified cooling systems. The technology enables multiple microreactors to be clustered for specific energy demands, targeting applications in mining, oil and gas, data centers, remote communities, island nations, and military bases. So this is like, if I had to put this in an analogy, which I'm literally making up at the one time, at this time, it is like every nuclear reactor is a drone. Okay, so you can have one drone that's flying to a thing and doing something, or you can have multiple drones like a swarm. Okay, so this is like a swarm of mini nuclear reactors that you can stick together. Okay, and so you stick them all together and it forms one larger one because they feed off the power of each one. I don't know how it works, but it's basically you take a bunch of them and you're giving, it's modular, so you could add, we need to power a military base. Okay, so we need probably 10 of those SMRs. All right, let's transport them and take them to the military base. Hey, they've got power. We need to power a small city because their entire electrical grid has gone out. Okay, let's take 100 of those and we'll power that small city. So that's really interesting. That's the way I interpret it. That's very good news, I would say. So we've seen a nice little uptick in NNE. Here is the price. Let's do some quick historical analysis and then see if we have any confluence of Fibonacci and simple lines of support and resistance and trend lines and stuff like that. Cool. I'm actually going to take it to the daily time frame. I think I like the look of that better. Priced in US dollars because it's one on the Nasdaq, $42.75 at the moment. So after the news, we were at right here at $19, and we've gone to, that's not a 30% move, sorry. So back since a week ago, 2 weeks ago, NNE's gone up 100%, over 100%. Okay, and we've had, what, a 30% move just in, what's that, since yesterday? Something like that, 25% move, looking really good. Okay. I am very pro-nuclear, by the way. It was, I like to say, it was the wave of the future. It's literally been around for a very long time. But there's been a lot of stigma surrounding nuclear energy because of Chernobyl and blah, blah, blah. But these small modular reactors, they can't melt down. It's not possible. The Gen 4 nuclear stuff, it's not possible. Cool. Let's take the high. So when it came out, this stock on the Nasdaq, it was around about $3.50. Then in... so this was in May. NNE just launched in May. Sorry, NNE floated in May of last year. Okay, and then it went up to $38 from $3.50. It 10 times from May to June. What? Let me go back there. The monthly time frame. Oh, yeah, okay. So in about a month and a half, it 10 times. Cool, good to know. Did you buy it at $3.50? If you did, congratulations. Since then, back down, looking like a double bottom here at around about $6.30. Fantastic, and a beautiful move. Cool. So here's what I'm going to do. It's a pretty new stock, okay? It floated on the Nasdaq pretty not that long ago, okay? let's take from this high and this low. So very clearly the old high, very clearly the old low. Got it? Not that low. I'm talking about this low from an all-time high. There you go. Do we notice any lines of confluence just in terms of Fibonacci? It may be such as maybe not around for long enough to really get decent lines of confluence. Okay, but are there any lines of confluence? Maybe you could call it here a support level, but that's kind of, maybe not. So maybe not so much, maybe a little bit of resistance there. Yeah, I'm still going to use this. This is the most obvious area, the most obvious levels to use if Fibonacci is going to be predictive for this particular stock. Doesn't always work, but it's pretty good. So from this high and this low. Now we are above the all-time high, new all-time high in NNE. Where are the next levels of areas of resistance that you may be looking for? By the way, I am not saying that these are going to be take profit targets. And even though I said this at the start of the video, I'm not sure if I can really put in take profit targets for NNE because it's nuclear technology, and really it's just probably it'll go up and down, but do you want to trade it? Really? Do you want to like day trade it or even swing trade NNE? Probably not. You probably just want to buy and hold for the longer term. So really hard for me to say what massive higher prices are, but look, if you are wanting to swing day trade it, for example, where can you find some areas of resistance? So at least we'll do that, okay? Maybe not take profit targets. Look, very clearly, you usually, not every single time, but after a breakout of a significant high, you can tend to come back and test it. You could maybe see some resistance here at the 1.618. That's at 56 US dollars. Maybe a retest of the 42.75, sorry, the $37 area there, okay? And then that, I don't know, that could happen. But look, a retest, as I said, is, it happens, okay? Don't bank on it, but, it's not surprising. So if it gets to here and that starts heading down, you're like, oh, crap, it's all over. No, it's just a retest of the previous all-time high. So watch out for something like that. Yeah. Not a lot else to say because it's nuclear technology. It's going to keep getting larger and larger. NNE seems like they're doing everything right. So look, probably, and I'm very loath to say this, and I don't really ever say this, but kind of the sky's the limit with nuclear technology and NNE. Although when you look at the technicals, and it does usually always play out to technicals, we need to have a look at where we are on the relative strength index. Are we getting into areas of extremely overvalued on multiple timeframes? On the daily time frame, we're just starting to peak into extremely overvalued. So maybe on the daily, that's why you could see a resistance level at around about 56 or maybe up here at 87. Okay, so I would favor the 1.618 here or the 2.618. Those are the favoring areas for just some cooling off. Okay. So in between there and there, probably. So 57 to like 87. That's a big range. I would personally favor probably the 57 area at the 1.618 is a little bit of cooling off, but I could be wrong. Now on the weekly though, on the weekly, this is interesting. On the weekly time frame, we are actually back into extremely overvalued. Here's the thing though, on the weekly time frame, you can spend many, many weeks in extremely overvalued on the in the RSI. Okay, so that can propel it a lot higher. On the monthly time frame, do we have enough data? And we don't. Okay, not enough data. It hasn't been around long enough. It hasn't been around long enough to even form monthly RSI data. Okay. Short answer, it's looking really good at this stage for NNE. Onwards and upwards, quite potentially, with a potential little cooling off period at sort of 57 to 87. I'd expect a retrace. Look out for maybe the support level of 37. So let me go back again. You could do, if that happens, watch for that. Or if you come up to there, then watch for that. Cool. So I think it will bounce probably in between some Fibonacci levels though. That's my humble non-financial advice opinion. The thing is, though, with the stock market, look, the energy sector, the nuclear energy sector, it's in a nice little bull market for nuclear. Okay, so yeah, I was about to say, in a capital rotation from the stock market into precious metals, then maybe gold versus NNE might not outperform. So sorry, maybe gold might outperform NNE, so it might be better to still be in precious metals. But it's such a young stock and going through a nice little growth period, then that's hard to say. But looking really good. So that is NNE. Good news. Good news for nuclear as well. Let's champion nuclear technology. Final comments and then we shall get out of here. New track, glad you like it. 80-ish is where you think it'll get to. Yeah, so around about maybe that 87. Nuclear will be preceded. Oh, really? Nuclear will be preceded by natural gas? Well, I disagree on that. But yeah, you could be right. You could be right. I will buy and hold NNE. Yeah, good on you. Jason Rosada says, I've been learning so much from you, Joe. Keep up the good work, bro. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. They are a government-approved fast... Oh, right. So they've been government-approved for fast track to production. Is that new government approved or is this old government approved? Okay, is this something that Trump just did? Interesting. Oh, because Trump signed an EO, an executive order this morning, something to do with energy. Okay, maybe it is. Yeah, by 2030, energy prices will be around 75% cheaper if we can do things like this and really champion nuclear technology. And that's for you in America, okay? In Australia here, we do everything so slow, or so much slower than the US, right? So, to give you an example, Tesla in Australia, in America, you'll probably have full self-driving cars for almost every major city within the next 10 years. Could even be 5 years, but maybe 10 years. Okay, it'll be a full-on thing. It'll take longer to get to Australia, like fully. Yeah, we'll have them, but it won't be like in every major city, probably 20 years, 15 to 20 years, probably. Also, or what I should say is whatever the time period is in America, add at least 50% on top of that. Not double, but maybe at least 50%. That's how long it takes for the technology to drip down to Australia because we're just this island and it just takes a long time. So similar for nuclear energy, we've been very anti-nuclear here, okay? It took a long time to even start having the conversation, which happened last year. There was a 60 Minutes special on nuclear, and they had, 2 people on, but the person who was like against it was like just so like had her head in like Chernobyl. What if this bad thing can happen? It's like, yeah, but it can't because it's small modular reactors. She just like couldn't get her head out of it. Anyway, let's see. Cool. Neil says we're going energy independent and processors are about to use less energy soon as well. You wish you had a chat. You wish you had an edit option. I wish chat had an edit option. Haha, you sucked into what you've already typed. Their top buyers are mining companies. Oh man, and large manufacturers for NNE. Yeah, really interesting. USA, we are only 10% self-reliant in nuclear fuels and controlling elements. We are changing that as we speak. AI demands stable energy, yes, which pulls from domestic use. Yes, only nuclear can capitulate demand. Yes, nuclear. This general chat is engaging. Great. Kronos is their new acquisition. Okay, fair enough. And Trump said something. Thank you very much. I'm going backward in the comments here. Wow. Okay. What do we think, says Lance? Japanese carry trade part 2 this afternoon with the MOF looking at raising rates. Oh, really? I don't know. Neil is 100% on small modular reactors. They are backlog on construction of facilities and fuel. Some of them, now this is talking about UFD, some of the meme bros are going in 100% on UFD. Never go 100% on anything. It's a great community. Ron's doing an amazing job. More power to him. And he's made a ton of money. Although he does do a lot of buying back as well. Okay, he does do buying back. Don't go 100% in on anything. Always bring unique things to look at. Breach. Yeah, okay. Ron is now... Is he? Ron is now 99% UFD, 1% precious metals. I listened to his X stream last night. Oh no, is that what he said? He's now only 1% precious metals and all in UFD. That's not good. Not good. Let's see. Final comments, and yeah, I think that's it, people. Okay. Gotta run. See, when Florida Man says he's got to run, that means everyone else has got to go. We are going to end the show. This has been a very interesting Good Morning Stacker. Or was my voice cracked? Good Morning Stackers with me, Joe Main. Yeah, let's do the final synchronized slurp, and we shall get out of here. Once again, going out live on X and on YouTube, the daily live stream. Will that change? Maybe. If you've watched this on the replay, use the time codes. If you watch it on the replay, comment below. Should I keep it at a week daily live 1 hour-ish show? Should I pare it down and do it as quickly as possible? Should I do one live show per week and maybe just do little 5 to 10 minute snippets of quick price updates? I don't know. Or do I just keep doing what I'm doing exactly as I'm doing it? I don't know. You tell me, my wonderful customers, my wonderful GMS subscribers and followers. Hit the big red subscribe button on X and on YouTube, and follow me on X. And finally, people, you got to do it. Grab your tasty beverages. We're dancing it out because it's been.
Good morning, Stack.
Oh yeah, we're feeling fine.
Good morning, Stack.
As I open my button shirt, look at it. Grab it.
Grab a tasty beverage. Let's get in the
Let's do that.
Synchronized.
3, 2, 1. Slurp it, people.
Good morning, Stack.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for your advice. Keep all that stuff coming. Stay safe, stay informed, keep stacking. Hey, I'll see you Monday, last day of the week. See ya.